Okay, sorry about that disconnection there. So this is literally in the middle of episode 2, part 2, and it got cut off, so apologies, but here we are back again. So let's see, I presented that already, let's present this. She doesn't know about that either. It wanted me to show her something. Alright, so I looked at those already. Blood? Crime scene. No. Just showing her everything. That's right, who has the phone? Somebody stole it. Oh, here we go. So you're saying, Miss Tenario, that the suitcase in question was the last one? Yes, they're just so popular, they're practically flying off the shelves. Oh my god. That's not exactly the impression I got. The one in the shop is most definitely the last one. That's why it wasn't locked down. That's why the locks weren't below the wheels. Well, we're currently looking at that suitcase. Really? Then I guess we sold all of them. Thank you very much for taking the last one. I didn't say anything about buying it. Then say you'll buy it. I'm sorry, I can't. But why? I think it'd go great with your complexion, Mr. Edgeworth. It really suits you. I guarantee it personally as a service professional. Well, that is how... should I put this? It's hideous. What? Maybe that was a bit too direct. Moving on, my issue with the suitcase isn't the design, it's the number of them remaining. Remaining? There were 2 suitcases in the in-flight shop when I investigated it. 2? But that's impossible. I'm sure there was only 1. Looks like her story has generated quite the contradiction. When I left the shop, I'm positive there's only 1 suitcase left. Something is amiss here. What could be the meaning of this inconsistency? By the way, Miss Tenario, what is one of those suitcases doing here? Oh, that's... I thought you said there was only 1 left. That one is, it's mine. I've used it for a very long time now. She's used it for a long time. I think not. Miss Tenario, I'd appreciate it if you wouldn't lie to me. Excuse me? I don't believe for even 1 second that you've used this for a very long time. What proves that this must have been used for nearly as long as Miss Tenario says? Well, the suitcases are on it, but it's all banged up right there, so... am I gonna... I'll just hit this one, because it's bigger.
Take that!
There's hardly any dirt or grime on the suitcase. If this has been used for as long as you claim, then there should be some sign of that. Mr. Edgeworth, in case you haven't noticed, I left it clean. That suitcase, the floor, almost everything else in here sparkles. The only thing that isn't is the gray matter in your head. No, wait. Can I look at it first? Oh, I'm so dumb.
Take that!
Tell me, Mr. Tenario, was it also your habit to keep the price tag pristine on your suitcase? What is the meaning of this? I thought those were like bangs and like scuffs on it. The green. Maybe it's part of the design. It's kind of ugly. Why would you lie about your new suitcase? Despite having faith in her design sense, the sales numbers made her cry bitter tears. The truth is becoming increasingly clear to me. Mr. Tenario, I think I understand. I know what you're trying to hide. Now then, the suitcase was originally in... This one wasn't in the shop. I'm gonna say the flight attendant's room. This suitcase was originally in the flight attendant's room. So now you believe what I said about it being my personal suitcase. No, not at all. It was here, but then it was taken to another location, and I refuse to stand by while a policeman vilifies a woman with such a... Oh. So that was wrong. She's with me, it's sort of supervillain. I need to rethink this. I have to figure out where the suitcase came from. Now then, the suitcase was originally in... Well, I don't know why it would be in first class and be over here. Seeing as how the price tag is still on this suitcase, one can only assume it was out on the floor for sale in the shop. And the person who bought the suitcase was... Oh. Did she bought her own suitcase? I feel like I'm gonna present her. I don't think the victim bought it.
Take that!
It was you, wasn't it, Mr. Narrative? I hate to say this, but the suitcase that you designed, it hasn't sold very well, has it? You saw how poorly it's designed, that you poured your heart into was selling and were deeply hurt. That's why you wanted to make it look like it was selling by buying it yourself. Isn't that right? Then the reason you went to the shop and came back here was... I'm sorry. All I really have is my job. I was overjoyed when my design was chosen. I thought that maybe if I had finally accomplished something. But the suitcase didn't sell. It's because of the design, isn't it? All because it's, as you put it, hideous. I can't say they chose a great place in which to sell them, either. We weren't selling a single one, and they were just sitting there collecting dust. I felt so bad seeing them there day in and day out. So I decided to buy one for every flight I take. You buy one every single time you work a flight? I see. So in order to keep your resolution, you went out and bought one today as well. Yes, here's my receipt for that purchase. This receipt is clearly timestamped 5:40 a.m. Suitcase receipt data, that's why she went over here to get the suitcase. The truth is, there's still a bunch of them left unsold. They're planning to scrap the remaining ones at the end of this flight. The scenario, where are those other suitcases? They shall be done in the cargo hold. Then the suitcase the killer used could very well have come from there, the cargo hold. Mr. Edgeworth, you don't think that the killer used one of my suitcases to... Yes, I do. The killer used one of your beloved suitcases to move the victim's body. How could they? Those suitcases were meant to be faithful partners to our passengers on their trips. That's all I ever wished for them to be. This scenario, is there any other way to get into the cargo hold other than the elevator? The only other way is just through the door here. And what about security? That door has no special lock installed because just to enter this room, you need a special key card that only crew members have access to. Which means that the culprit is someone who can enter this room. Eliminating the passengers and leaving only crew members as potential suspects. I can't believe it. Yes, Francisca? Going on these wild goose chases, you're a disgrace to the Von Karma name. And what do you mean by that? The suitcase came from the cargo hold. That fact alone tells the whole story. Yes, which is why I said the culprit must be a crew member who used their key card. Miles Edgeworth, you're proposing that the killer rode the elevator from the cargo hold, correct? Yes, that's the only realistic possibility. That other attendant, Miss Meal. I asked her earlier, and she said this to say. Francisca got information out of Miss Meal. Oh. In order to make the elevator go down to the cargo hold, a different key card is required. A different one? Yes, and the only person who holds that particular card is you, Miss Rhoda Scenario. And only you. What is this true, Miss Scenario? Yes. I keep that key card in my locker at all times. Could you please show us that card right now? Oh, it's missing. Yes, hold on. I don't believe it. What's wrong? The key card, it's gone. Very clever. Pretending that your card was stolen when in fact you're just trying to hide it from us. You've really thought this through. Wait, it's not like that. You can't tell us all about what it's like down at the station. Or you can. Officer, arrest this woman. Yes, ma'am. Mr. Edgeworth. What's wrong? There's disbelief written all over your face. Francisca, I know that you were the lead investigator on this case. However, hold it. Don't even think about wasting any more of my time. You know the rules as well as I do. Evidence speaks louder than words. Even if this isn't a courtroom, that basic tenet still applies. I intend to investigate the cargo hold now. What will you do, Miles Edgeworth? I intend to do likewise. Alright, we made it through another portion. I'm gonna stop here, as my internet did break a little bit ago. So play it safe and stop here. But if you're watching, I hope you had fun. I am. I think there's 2 more parts to this chapter. But we'll try to continue. I'll definitely try to do one tomorrow, since I'm off all day long. And then, you know, if I have time throughout the week, I'll do another one. But thanks for watching, and I hope you have a good night or day or whatever it is for you.